Are you tired of juggling multiple VS Code windows when working on different projects? Well, let's change that. Today, I'm going to show you how to manage all of your projects in a single VS Code window using Multi-Root Workspaces. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jeremy, and this channel is all about helping you to become a better developer with the latest tools and techniques. All right, let's get started. So before we get into Multi-Root Workspaces, let's first talk about what a workspace is. A VS Code workspace is a collection of one or more folders that are open in a VS Code instance. Most of the time, you'll only have one folder open, which means you're using a single folder workspace. A multi-root workspace is when you have more than one root folder open. The benefit of this is it allows you to work on more than one project in the same VS Code window at the same time. This can be especially helpful if you're working on a web project and an API project at the same time. You can just use the same window. This also works for opening multiple folders that do not have the same parent directory. So for example, I can open a web project that lives in the web projects directory and an API project that lives in the API projects directory. So now let's go over how to open a multi-root workspace in VS Code. So we're here in VS Code and I currently don't have anything open. So the first thing I'm going to do is open a folder. I'm just going to open up the My Awesome App project from a previous video. And now VS Code is in a single folder workspace. To open a multi-root workspace, we just need to open another folder. There are several ways to do this. One way is to just right click and add folder to workspace. We can also just drag a folder into VS Code. When we do this, we get a pop-up that asks us if we want to copy this directory or add it to the workspace. We're going to choose add folder to workspace. And now in the Explorer, you can see untitled and in parentheses workspace. This means that we're running an untitled workspace in VS Code. It also means that a untitled.code-workspace file has been created for you. And as you make changes to your workspace settings, VS Code is going to maintain this file for you in the background. When you close VS Code, it's going to ask you if you want to save your workspace configuration as a file. This is when you have the opportunity to save this untitled.code-workspace file or just get rid of it and move on. You can also at any time open up the command palette and search for workspaces and choose save workspace as. This allows you to keep your workspace settings so that you can open it up later and have it just the way you want it. While we're here, we can also see that we have the option to remove a folder from workspace. If I choose this, I can choose to remove Dark Roast or My Awesome App from this workspace. Now let's talk about how to customize your workspace settings. So to do this, we'll just open up the command palette and type in Preferences and choose Open User Settings. Now we can see our user settings, our workspace settings, and settings for each individual folder that's open in VS Code. This is where I have the option to customize my workspace settings. So for example, let's change the editor font size to 16. And now if I switch back over to this JavaScript file, I can see the font size is 16. Any of the settings that you change here will be automatically added to your workspace settings file. I also want to point out that if you change the settings for a folder that's open in your workspace, it's going to be overridden by the workspace settings. So for example, here's the font size, and we can see that it says modified elsewhere. That's not to say you can't modify the settings for each individual folder. It's just if you have changed the settings in the workspace, it's going to override the settings for each individual folder. Now that I've modified some settings in my workspace, let's go ahead and save it. So here it's asking me for the file name and where I want to place the file. I'm just going to call it my-workspace and just save it in the YouTube directory. And now we can see that where it said untitled, it now says my-workspace. Editing the actual code-workspace file can be a little tricky. If we open up Finder on a Mac or File Explorer on Windows and drag the file into VS Code, it just opens up that workspace. If we double click on that file, it just opens up VS Code with that workspace. No real surprise there. If a workspace is already open and I drag that file into VS Code, it does seem to open up that file, but it just copies that file to the directory in which I drug it into. So technically, while we can edit this file, this is not the actual workspace we have open. This is the copied file that I drug into VS Code. So I found two solutions to this problem. The first one is just let the file live in one of the folders in the workspace. I don't really like this option because I don't feel like that file actually belongs in one of the directories in the workspace. The second and better option, in my opinion, is to open up the command palette and search for workspaces and find open workspace configuration file. This allows you to actually edit the workspace configuration file in VS Code. And here we can see that we have the My Awesome App folder and the Dark Roast folder in this workspace, and that our editor font size is 16. Let's change this to 10. We'll hit save, and we can immediately see that change take effect. Now let's talk about working in a multi-root workspace. So as you've already seen in the File Explorer, we get a drop-down for each project or directory in our workspace. We can open up files just like we always have. And if we open up two files with the same name, we see that it gives us the name of the directory in which it belongs beside it. So for example, here I have README from My Awesome App and the README from Dark Roast. When I open a new terminal, it asks me if I want to open the working directory for My Awesome App or Dark Roast. When we use the VS Code search, we get the results with drop-downs for each of the directories. In the source control, we can see that each project has its own drop-down, and it pretty much works just like it did with a single project. We can create branches, view our changes, and do commits. If you found this helpful and you'd like to enhance your VS Code skills, check out my other video where I go over the VS Code command palette. It's a perfect follow-up to this video, and you can check it out right here. Before you go, here's something you don't want to miss. I recently launched a weekly newsletter where I share the same kind of tips, tricks, and tools that you find on this channel. You can sign up for it on my website, and the link will be in the description below. And hey, it's completely free. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.